10 days to go until the Legislative Council election. 15 candidates are vying for 5 seats in Manx Parliament's upper house. Time to speak now to 2 more candidates ahead of the contest on March the 12th. This morning, just to simplify, if you like, a lawyer and a banker, Joughin and Juan Kelly. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
First of all, ladies first, why Legislative Council?
The opportunities arisen now. I believe that my own personal skill set is very transferable to the role of MLC. I see it as very distinct from that as the role of an MHK, James.
Why LegCo, Mr. Kelly?
Well, I want to make a positive difference to the island. I'm sort of driven by purpose. I think the Isle of Man's facing real challenges going forwards, and this is an opportunity to make a difference.
How can you make that difference?
Well, I've got a lot of experience in the private sector. I led the only independent bank in the Crown Dependencies and led the turnaround of that business. I'm very forward-thinking, progressive, so I think those are the skill sets and, more importantly, the mindset that's required for LegCo.
Respectfully, do we need another banker in Tynwald?
Well, I don't like to kind of oversimplify kind of definitions of people. I think it's more about what you can bring to the job, and as I say, your mindset and your skill set. The industry that you've gained that in is kind of less relevant, I think.
And say the same question. Do we need another lawyer in Tynwald?
Yeah, there's lawyers and there's lawyers. I'm not a corporate lawyer,
Which
James.
one are you?
A private client lawyer. So I've worked very much with individuals and dealing with individual concerns, which I think does transfer to a political role. A lot of my clients have had serious concerns about funding care in the future, other mental health issues. And so I do think that I would be able to provide advocacy for members of the public as and when required.
Well, what do you perceive to be the role of a member of the Legislative Council?
Primarily a scrutinising and reviewing body. I'm very familiar with legislation. The terminology is very familiar to me. I feel that I could hit the ground running on that. I've worked on a number of occasions at board level with other individuals aiming for a positive outcome, hoping to move things forward. And I'm also very concerned about the future of the island.
Mr. Kelly, do you envisage that role that we've just heard Mrs. Joughin describe changing over the next few years? The Legislative Council, the goalpost being shifted?
Yeah, I think on 2 fronts. I mean, one, I don't think it's really clear what LegCo's role is. I think that needs more debate for a start. I think it's more of a governance role. And I think it's important that we realise that anybody who's in a situation like that is there to represent the people. It's a duty to the people. So I'd expect that to become more democratic over time, and hopefully the people should be able to elect MLCs in the future.
I've had a look at your the forwarding statement, the covering letter supporting your candidacy. You say you've got a passion. It says you've got a passion for the Isle of Man, a strong track record in business. Presumably, you'd step down from your current role, would you, if successful?
I've already stepped down from my current roles. Yep.
And likewise, Dawn Joughin?
Yes, I would. Obviously, there'd be a period I have to give 3 months' notice, but at the end of that, I'd be 100% committed to Legislative Council work.
You are leading a project to launch a new domestic bank for the Crown Dependencies. What are you hoping to achieve with that?
Yeah, really interesting question. The Isle of Man and the other Crown Dependencies are really facing challenges. We need a domestic bank to provide connectivity for payments and to ensure that our new economy that we're all trying to generate, digital economy, can actually get banked. At the moment, it's a real constraint to growth and our economic ambitions as an island.
Let's talk about a couple of issues. Abortion reform. What's your viewpoint? That to both of you.
I certainly feel that the time for reform is long overdue. I do understand the concerns that some of the particularly religious organisations do have, but ultimately I think we need to protect the women of the island, and I think it's time to move forward with that.
Yeah, I think echo that really. I mean, I haven't got much more to add. That's beautifully put.
What did you make of the debate and vote last week in Tynwald to retain the Lord Bishop's vote?
Again, I would actually have voted against the Bishop's vote. Because I don't feel that religion, I've nothing against religion, I have my own beliefs, but I certainly don't believe that religion has a role to play in democracy. MLCs are elected by the MHKs, the Bishop isn't elected by anybody. And so I don't think he should have a voice. But I can understand very much, as a result of the Archbishop of York's correspondence, the desire to retain tradition and the potential loss of the Diocese of Sodor and Man, I think, swayed a lot of MHKs who might otherwise have voted differently.
Mr. Kelly?
Yeah, I think it's about having, when you have decisions like that, it's kind of a hierarchy of factors that you need to consider. And the overriding one should always be democracy over what the views of the church are. And I think it's a kind of breach of democracy that you have somebody who's unelected who has a vote.
There's 15 candidates. You're well aware of that.
Yeah.
You've got your hustings this afternoon. Incidentally, as well as interviewing all the candidates on this programme, you'll be able to view the hustings in which the MHKs put questions to the candidates on the Manx Radio portal via Paul Moulton after today. Today's the second gathering. It's been carried out in two parts. Too many candidates to be questioned in one go. You're looking forward to that?
It's going to be a completely new experience, James. I've never sat in front of 24 MHKs and answered questions before, so I'll let you know after.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. I think it'll hopefully be an interesting debate, and hope a very positive one.
Just finally, both of you in 30 seconds each, what difference can you make to persuade members to vote for you and get past that magic 13 figure a week on Monday?
I wish somebody could tell me the answer to that. I'm very committed, and I hope they'll see that.
Yeah, I think you just have to stand up for what you believe, and I hope they understand that I think everybody's putting themselves forward to act in the best interest of the island and make a positive difference. At the end of the day, it's in their hands.
Joughin, Kelly, thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you, James.
Thanks.
Thanks very much.